Hi dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is very important. No doubt it is an old topic of political science or state or history or economics. The name of topic or the question is, what were the meritorious services of Karl Marx for the subjugated and oppressed people of the world? Or, and another respect, conditions of the people of the Europe and the world at the time of Karl Marx, how his philosophy or political philosophy, which is copy of Islamic system enforced at the time of Caliph or second Caliph of UMAR of Islamic Empire, enforced at the time of Caliph Umar of Islamic Empire, brought transformation of life. His political philosophy, or Karl Marx political philosophy, forced the capitalist and even Islamic countries to alter their economic system and capitalist philosophy. This is lecture series about strategically important topics of international relations, political science, strategic studies, and global affairs, and general knowledge of the world. Lecture can be helpful for the study of A and O levels, undergraduate, graduate, bachelor's, BS and masters in world universities and competitive examinations of the world. Please subscribe and share with students. Thanks. Karl Marx was born in 1880 and he expired in 1880. He was born in the Rhineland province of Prussia, Germany. Karl Marx, born as a lord, became a victim of misfortune, a prey of perpetual crushing poverty. He was painfully sensitive to see the incredible sufferings of humanity, social disparity, incalculable violence and maltreatment towards laborers at the hands of feudal lords and industrialists. And almost these conditions are prevalent in every country of the world. His Jew parents had embraced Christianity, which left indelible impact on his mind and thinking. He pondered or think why his parents changed religion. Karl Marx and his family faced great hardships and distress. Karl Marx led a life full of pangs and despondency and faced the hardships of worldly agencies with determination, courage and perseverance. Karl Marx got his degree of Doctor of Philosophy at the University of Jena on the topic of the difference between the natural philosophy of Democritus and Epicurus. Karl Marx was sociologist who had foreseen the ills of the capitalism. He studied the economic system of Islam. He followed the economic policy of Caliph Umar the Great of Islamic Empire. He wanted to erect a classless society where everyone enjoys equal economic and political rights like the era of second Islamic Caliph Hazrat Umar. He studied the teachings and governance of Umar the Great but could not found that system implemented anywhere in the Islamic world of their time, or before the Second World War, or before the revolution in Russia. He found the principles of equity which was not found in the Europe. The people were groaning under the burden of capitalism in the world. He endeavored to change the system for the betterment of humanity. Karl Marx relentlessly made endeavor to unchain the working class from bondage of capitalism. Karl Marx was a giant writer and will ever live on the pages of history. He imitated the economic system of UMAR. He documented his theories in Communist Manifesto in 1847, which immortalized him. The other great classic of Karl Marx is Das Kapital in 1867. His writings are the reflection of economic system of Islam introduced by the second Caliph of Islamic Empire. His writing and thinking convinced the people to change the capitalist system. His writings succeeded in diminishing the influence of capitalism not only in Europe but also in the world. His proposed system was introduced in Russia. Communist revolution traveled to other parts of the Europe and world. The capitalist countries instilled in the minds of rulers of Muslim world that communism is a threat to Islam and succeeded in getting the support of imposed rulers of Muslim world. The capitalist countries, with the help of Islamic countries, defeated the communism in Afghanistan. The communism is a reality still prevalent in the world. The success of China is glaring example of communism. Currently, the Muslim world has realized the fact that it is not a threat to Islamic ideology. They are cooperating with communist China and Russia against capitalism or capitalist countries. Karl Marx started his political philosophy by joining with the revolutionaries, and his radical thinking made him suspicious as a university teacher. He developed everlasting friendship with Friedrich Engels, which brought many changes in his future life. Marx-Engels collaboration was one of the history's most unique, prominent and enduring collaboration. In Brussels, Belgium, Karl Marx laid foundation of German Working Men's Association with the purpose to propagate and preach the dogmas of communism and his political philosophy. Karl Marx is rightly called the father of modern communism. Karl Marx wanted the productive changes in human society. He concluded that changes in human society were not accidental like changes in external nature. Karl Marx attacked the existing or prevalent capitalist institutions. He conceived of a man more as an economic rather than a political animal. His works are books: Poverty of Philosophy in 1847, 11 Theses on Shura 1845, The Holy Family. His theory was put into practice with Russian Revolution and spread of communism in China, Central and South America. Bertrand Russell eulogized that Karl Marx is the best contribution that Karl Marx made to the history. His major political philosophy, revealed in the Communist Manifesto, deals with the evolutionary achievements of the bourgeois class which arose out of feudalism and which gave birth to modern capitalism and was ultimately responsible for the emergence of the proletariat, economic anarchy, and periodical crisis. The book depicts that human history since the creation of private property had been a long history of class struggle between have and have not, and it is also prohibited into Islamic system. He advocated the use of force to overpower the state, which represented the machinery of exploitation used by possessing and ruling class. The proletariat must resort to revolution, for they have nothing to lose in it but their chains. Karl Marx died as a wounded soul on March 14, 1830. Das Kapital is another classic work in 1867. It was considered as the foundation stone of communism. It was a unique combination of theory, description, and analysis. In it, Karl Marx analyzed the perils of capitalism in the world. He presented the theory of surplus, consists of 3 volumes. The second and third were published after his death in 1885 and 1894 respectively. Poverty of Philosophy, 1847, A Contribution to the Critique of Political Economy, 1858. The Holy Family contains the germs of materialist conception of history as well as the first attempt to give a social revolutionary interpretation to the class struggle between capital and labor. Civil War and Struggle in France in 1849, Revolution and Counter-Revolution. Wish you good luck. Take care of yourself and others. I am Professor Kayumangi, Principal, College of Superior Services, Sakhar. Please subscribe.